So you've been hearing a lot about the Ginsburg rule, right? I don't think Ginsburg ever thought there was a rule. Check this out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Nathan in West Los Angeles. Hey, Nathan, what's up?
Hi, Tom. Morning. So I thought it was telling that Judge Barrett avoided the question posed. You know, her record stands for itself. Senator Feinstein and Senator Leahy both asked her about opinions that Scalia had written in the past, and Alito as well, I think. And Judge Barrett had historically mentioned or written that she agreed with the dissenting opinions of those judges where the Supreme Court had either upheld or overturned something that Scalia or Alito disagreed with, Roe v. Wade being one of the major ones, and the ACA the other. And Judge Barrett talked about, you know, how she would be unbiased and avoids answering the question. And of course, a lot of the Republican senators are talking about the Ginsburg rule. I don't have as much history on the Ginsburg rule. Do you know if that's was RBG as
yeah, it's not a rule. This is a phrase that the Republicans have invented. And, you know, because Ruth Bader Ginsburg was not the first person to come before the United States Senate and basically refused to answer any questions about how she would rule on specific cases. I mean, this goes back to the 19th century. But by calling it the Ginsburg rule, the Republicans think that they're making this all very, very palatable for the American public who might be concerned that Amy Coney Barrett is going to come in and basically flip the entire court 180, which obviously is what's going to happen.
Did you catch Senator?
This
Senator
is just
Lee?
like, by the way, Nathan, this is the same thing that Mitch McConnell did 4 years ago when he said that the reason he was holding up the nomination of Merrick Garland was because of the Biden rule. Well, there's no such thing as a Biden rule. Right. Joe Biden had once back in the 80s or 90s made some offhand comment about how, you know, nominating and doing hearings on a Supreme Court judge in the weeks before an election probably wasn't a good idea. Mitch McConnell twisted that around, turned it into a rule, and every Republican on the committee, you'll recall 4 years ago, who was questioned about why they would not hold hearings for Merrick Garland said, well, we're just following the Biden rule. You know, it was BS then, it's BS now.
Did you catch Senator Lee right before they went to the break? The end of his
I heard part of it.
Towards the end, he mentions that Judge Barrett, he had something towards the end that was very, very twisted. I'm blanking on it now, but of course he asked Judge Barrett how she would make sure that and Judge Barrett, she had a very good answer. It was that she puts herself in the position of the person who the decision goes against or the party whom the decision goes against. Senator Lee, of course, you go about doing that? How do you go about putting yourself in the shoes of someone whose shoes you aren't in, shoes you haven't been in? But of course, why would he? That would.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same as, you know, how do you put yourself in the minds of the founders and framers? You know, it's just or the people of the time. Now they've changed originalism. It's not we're channeling James Madison. Now it's we're channeling all the people around James Madison.